CAT scale score? What are the factors that determine your scale score? It helps you to understand what is important as far as CAT is concerned to some extent. So let's look at it. I mean, this is a formula. I know it's a complicated formula. I'm not getting into the formula as such. But what is talked about? It is G1, which is the mean and standard deviation of students in your slot, if you're talking of first slot. Then scale score of the student in first slot. So if you're in the first slot, what is your score? I mean, the first slot I'm talking about is talking about your score. So what is your score? Your scale score. What is your raw score? What is your mean and standard deviation of your score? And mean and standard deviation of all the students. So this is mean and standard deviation of students of your slot. So basically, I'm not getting too much into details, but your score, scale score will depend upon mainly your raw score, how much have you scored. Scores of students in your slot mainly depends on scores of students of your slot and difficulty level of your paper. That's what it depends on. So these are three factors that determine. It doesn't depend too much on other slots. So if your slot paper you feel is more difficult than from the other slots, it basically means that you will get your percentiles based on your slot. So that means everyone in your slot will get a higher score, or their scores will get scaled up. Okay. If the paper is easy in your slot, the scores will get scaled down. So don't get too worried that my slot paper is more difficult than the other slot or easier than the other slot. It doesn't matter so much. Just go and do your best and you will be compared with students in your slot. As long as you do well in your slot, that's what's important. Okay, so don't worry about difference in difficulty level of different slots. Also, don't worry about how one individual has performed, because there are 1 lakh people writing the exam. One student doesn't make a difference in any of the slots. It's hardly 0.000 any difference as such. What is important is focus on doing well in your exam. That's more important. As long as you do well in your exam, you will be able to get a good score and good percentile. Don't try to compare. So only thing is ensure that you do well in your exam and your score will be compared with students from your slot. Try to do well in your slot as far as possible. Right? I hope this helps. Prepare. All the best for the exam.